points. One point is institutional consideration. That is, you need an infrastructure with good internet connection. Like even if today we are talking on a platform of Symposium, we need a good internet connection. So now, first important point is that you had to have a good internet connection. Then you need financial readiness. Then you have management consideration like team management, managing the content development process, and managing the delivery and maintenance. So now consideration in e-learning is that you need to have a proper technological consideration like software and hardware. Then you also need to have a pedagogical consideration, that is audience analysis, design approach, learning strategy. And so now the first important thing which I have experienced in my institution was how to use WhatsApp as a learning tool in terms of e-learning. So what we have done in our institute is that in WhatsApp Messenger, there is an instant messaging application. So we have shared the PPTs to the students about the lectures which we were arranging for them in medical education. And these PPTs then were floated into the WhatsApp group. Also, audio clips were shared because the students were made to have a 250, we have a 250 batch. So all the students were included in that WhatsApp group, and the problem sharing was there. Students used to ask questions by the chat and also by audio clips, and through audio clips only we were able to answer the students. Even the images were shared, and then we can create audio sessions. Then we can stay in connect with the student even outside the classroom, because nowadays we are only online available to the students. Students are offline, and problems and assignments to the students were also sent. The videos were also sent, graphics, pictures were also sent, and there was a real-time communication. I will personally like to tell my experience because COVID is everywhere. So what did I do was that I shared the audio clips related to COVID update daily to my students, all undergraduate students. I shared my link audio clips that what has happened today in terms of COVID, and they were very fascinated about it. And they used to also share me some personal material about their information about COVID. Even I and Dr. Lukendra were involved in sensitizing students about COVID through WhatsApp. We have shared a PowerPoint, and we have also shared the audio clips. Then as you can, the second tool which can be used was a Facebook. Like I have shown in Facebook, the e-learning, we can create groups for entire class, and we can share the multimedia. We can post the videos, the photos, and we can share the multimedia content easily. We can also post the class notes after this, and the students can brainstorm and can have the ability to add the thoughts to the class anytime. Like for example, you can see the illustration in Parkinson's disease, like in Facebook. You can see that how we can use this Facebook as a media of learning. So this is how the Facebook can be used. Then there can be other social medias also, Instagram, which can also be used as a learning tool apart from this. So now you have another app. This is an app which is called as multimedia for e-learning, that we have Microsoft Teams. Here we can download this app and make the students also download this app, and we can share the assignments with instruction. We can share the projects with the students, the ability to chat with the structured and fellow students, online meetings whenever you want or need face-to-face instruction. So what you have to do is in Microsoft Teams, you have to, how the steps are as follows. Like, can you change the slide, please? You have to first install the Microsoft Teams. That is a software. After installation, you have to create a team. Then you have to create join URL link to invite the student. You can use code to invite the student, and you can add on class material and documents, and then you can create the channel. So this is one of the most popular app, Microsoft Teams, although we are not using in our institute, but usually this is a popular app which brings about learning in the student. Second important one is Google Classroom. Now, I would like to say this Google Classroom is being a free web service which has been provided with the Google itself. And the primary purpose of Google Classroom is to streamline the process of sharing files between teacher and student. I'll just highlight how we have to use it. When we go on to the Google, on the right side, you will be able to see that there is 6 icons, in which one of the thing is a Google Classroom. Now in Google Classroom, you have to tap the Google Classroom icon, and when you tap the Google Classroom icon, what will happen is you will then be able to create a Google Classroom. When you create a Google Classroom, then you have to invite the students. Now you can invite the student in 2 ways. How you can invite the student? First is you have to either through email or through a class code. Now, if you share it or invite the student through class code, it becomes semi-secured. It is not 100% secure, because whoever student shares the class code, they will be able to access that Google Classroom. Okay, so in our setup, we have registered the student through email. So any of the student who has been registered in Google Classroom through email, like in our setup, we have registered 250 students in the Google Classroom, and then through Google Forms, we had shared upon the assessment. This was 50 marks of the MCQ. Each MCQ was total MCQs were 15 number. Each MCQ was marked as 1 number, and this was shared to the student, and only the registered student can access to it. There was a time slot of 40 minutes given to it. So we have already conducted this type of assignment or assessment for anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. So when you come to the Google Classroom, this is a very wonderful tool, because here you can use the assessment, which is a challenge online e-learning platform. Why? Because now offline teaching is not allowed. Students are not coming because it has been banned that the students should not come into the class because of social distancing and fear of COVID. So this was a big challenge, how to conduct the exam. All internal assessment exam need to be conducted. So we have conducted one in this way. Another thing which I want to share is a very fruitful thing and my hand-on experience. That is how to use this another tools which can be used to take Viva. So what we have done, 14 students to one faculty, and they have interacted with the student personally through WhatsApp video call to take a Viva. So 14 students to a teacher, and the teacher could access and pre-instruct the student that this topic will be covered in the Viva. So be prepared, and face-to-face interaction has been taken to take the Viva voicing. In Google Classrooms also we can share the videos, we can give assignments to the students, and they can send the same in form of PDF document, and this PDF document will finally be assessed to the teacher, because the teacher who has been registered in Google Classroom will be able to reach to it and will check it and will mark it. So these are various ways in which you can assess the student. Not only written assessment, in Google Forms we can also check and give short answers. If you want to give long answers, that can be given in PDF document and that can be checked. Now another thing which was being there in the things which we need to discuss is flipped versus the traditional teaching. Now concept of flipped versus traditional teaching is very important, because nowadays students are Y generation. They believe in internet, they believe in all the information which is being floating in internet. So flipped classroom is a classroom in which the student is not taught. The student comes prepared by an outline given by the teacher. So student actually is playing a role of coming prepared into the class, and the teacher instructs the lesson at the home through a video or podcast or a book or a website, and the students work in the class for a deeper understanding of the concept. This will stimulate the student level, because flipped classroom is basically a student-centric teaching. It is not a traditional teaching in which the teacher instructs and students listen, takes the notes or listen passively. They do not interact, and they follow a guided instruction. Teacher give assessment, student get the homework. But here the student comes prepared in the class by a pre-announced topic, and the only thing is, because there is overflowing of the information at the internet, so what we can do is we can give a brief outline into which the student will work. So we can show them a video and we can tell them, okay, you have to access it, and then we can share a link, and then we have to tell them, okay, suppose you have to learn them to take an intravenous infusion into your vein. So you show them a video, and then you can give them a project that you come prepared. What are the drugs which can be given? How you have to give an intravenous infusion? What are the steps you are going to take? What are the precautions you are going to handle? And what are the drugs which can be given through internet? So that is very important. So this is a concept of flipped classroom, which is very different from the traditional classroom. And this is very important because now students truly believe in flipped classroom concept. Then we come to the experts tips to facilitate the flipping of. We have to use the existing technology to ease faculty and students into a flipped mindset. My important submission is, because I am heading the medical education unit of our institution also, is that we have to believe that all the faculties are not internet friendly, even at this point of time. Even the students are maybe using that as an entertainment media, but first important step is to make them trained. So my submission, humble submission is, please and please first undergo your faculty training program of taking online classes. Teach them, like at our institute, we are using Cisco WebEx, and we are monitoring centrally. Our principal, Dr. Sudhir Bhandari, additional principal, Dr. AJ Mehta, had a vision how we have to take a centrally monitored e-classroom. So there the faculty used to come following all the social distancing through a laptop, through a very good internet connection. The classes were planned from right first MBBS to the final MBBS, and not more than 2 classes per day, because there is a limit to e-learning. Not more than 2 hours can be taught to the student, because they will lose the essence otherwise. And one session was not more than 45 minutes. So that was very important, and that create that attention in the students, because we have collected the faculty perception as well as student perception. So there was very good internet connection at both ends. So that was the best part of our online classes. So you have to set up your goals, set up whatever you want to achieve, and that should be well planned at through some app with a very good internet facility, through a central monitoring scheme. So we were very successful in getting that, and we are doing that since the month of April, and it was through and through, right from first MBBS to the last MBBS. Then we have how to facilitate the self-directed learning. Now this is a recent concept which is coming up in terms of medical education. It has been directed by our Medical Council of India also, that you have to facilitate the self-directed learning. And how do you facilitate? First, you have to generate interest in the student. If you direct a student to undergo some kind of research and bring it to the class, first you have to make the student acceptable to learn. So first step is assess the readiness to learn. Second step is set the learning goals. Third is engage in the learning process. And fourth step is evaluate learning. So that is most important to how to facilitate the self-directed learning. Quality assurance for online teaching is, as I told you, we have taken faculty training program before starting the online sessions for both faculty, and also the students had a training period in which they were allowed to have a 5-minute or 10-minute session, so that they are able to have the access to the internet, how to work, how to download this Cisco WebEx. And then we have to have a reliable infrastructure, like we have a centrally monitored infrastructure, good support system. We have a technical support, and also faculty is looking after all this. Then we have good channels of communication between staff and students, regular feedback which we have taken in form of Google Forms, that are the students able to get what we want them to learn. Then also ongoing evaluation process through strong student input. Like some student said that, ma'am, there is a gap between when the slide is being shown there is gap between the slide and the orator, so that should be good. So we have taken that also. Now in terms of time management, we have to take care, as I told you, that you cannot do multitasking. Like, I'll give you a small example. Suppose we are playing a video that how to take a blood pressure. So that video is being, while the video is being accessed by the student, shown on the e platform, the audio is closed of that video, and the teacher tells the student, see, this is step 1 which is shown in the video, this is step 2, this is step 3, and then later on we can share the link of that video, so that the students are able to understand better. Otherwise, when the video is also going with the audio and the teacher is also talking, it becomes very multitasking. Simultaneously, you have to mute your students, because there is lot of noise, the students are at home, so the background musics are always going around. So you have to mute the student and only unmute one by one in question answer session, and you have to set up your virtual office. Then when we talk about the time management, I also talked that distraction should be avoided. We have to create an interest in the student, so we can use a slight humor or slides in between which can create humor, but not much of the distraction. As I told you, the first important thing is you have to mute all the students while the session is going on. Otherwise, there is a lot of disturbance. And also, you need to create a balance between the predictable schedule that can help you get into the routine. So that is the time management when we talk about. I think the rest of the part will be talked by Dr. Lukain. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Any of the questions which anybody would like to ask, or can we take it after Dr. Lukain's sessions?
We can take it later, madam. I think Dr. Lokendra can take over.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we can.
And what about my slide?
Slide you have to share, sir.
I have shared my slide.
Yeah, you share your slide.
Again, I have to share.
Yeah, you have to share same slide or different slide?
Different slides.
Okay, you can share this.
So share screen. Okay. Now I hope it is visible. Okay.
Yeah, please go on.
Okay. So I'm Dr. Lokendra with Dr. Monica Jain. Have nice presentation. He's a head of the department and coordinator of medical education of SMS Medical College. We are both working in medical education unit and also a part of e-learning activities and all webinars, symposiums, CMEs conducted by the SMS Medical College. So in the rest of the part, most of the part we already discussed in last 2 days. Some of the rest part, which is improve self-directed learning in present scenario. So basically, some area which is so some area which is left over to that is of online activities.
Your screen is
Just
gone.
Screen. Yes, I am trying to share again.
Okay.
So because of some technical error, and I think Microsoft PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Screen is there, right?
It's coming, sir.
Okay.
You can maximize the screen.
Yes. Share. Screen is there, है ना?
Screen is there, but you have to maximize that. Full screen. Yeah. Yeah, we can get.
Yes, yes. So in continuation with previous lecture about online learning activities, first we have everyone knows what is e-learning and how we can involve our e-learning techniques in present situations, COVID or online teaching and online assessment. Other area which is I want to explore, that is role of self-directed learning. Telegram, one of application which is different than WhatsApp, and what is how we can use Telegram. I can give some live demo of that also. And role of self-directed learning in present scenario, and need of self-directed learning, application of virtual application. So basically in present situations, we have to all dependent on e-learning. There is I think in next 6 months the problem of COVID is exist, and this online learning and teaching is uh, is a part of our teaching and assessment curriculum. Then what are the skills necessaries for self-directed learning? The ability of develop in touch with curiosity. So everyone have some if uh, student and faculty interested to have some curiosity, then he have to try to learn this online tools. And in by using this learning, formulate questions based scenario we can prepare by using tools. Then identification of data required to answer various kind of questions. Skill necessary for self-directed learnings. Most of the faculty and students, they are very much familiar with e-learning, and they are able to learn different tools of e-learning webinars. They locate most relevant and reliable sources of relevant data. So everyone have to smart enough to search relevant evidence-based sources, select the use of most efficient mean for collect and require data from the appropriate sources, organize, analyze, evaluation of data so that get valid answer of the questions. So basically our aim is to we have to train all students and our faculty also to how we can use self-directed tools for their teaching and assessment. And then in present situations of COVID, rapidly expanding knowledge, lot of publication in related with COVIDs, and we have to practice. Maybe they are beneficial for the treatment of point of view and management of point of view of COVID. So we have to go through the important websites. Medical schools should have focused on lifelong learning. They have self-directed learner attitude should be there with faculty and students. And addressing learning gap in medical educations, we also have some part to uh, increase motivation in amongst faculty and student. We should not just all encourage knowledge, mere skill acquisition is in learning is important. So we have to work on skill development of our student as far as e-learning concerned, or how we can in this present situations uh, skill development of our student, how it is possible, that is also have a big challenge for us. Reasons students, they are engaged in as self-direct learning because of time management, family obligations, cost of traditional learning, transportation issues, learning of own learning styles, and professional development and career advancements and promotions. So because of self-directed learning in present situations, self-directed learning is also important part, and it is uh, basically it is very difficult to possibility of traditional learning. Then different perspective of learning, what's to discuss novel finds other uh, book lovers. So the ebooks also available for as far as learning point of view, what to tell science fact about science fictions, meet on actual scientists. So we have by using this different tools, we are also involved or interact with other scientists by YouTube and other platforms. So basically, virtual learning is by observations. So as far as this virtual learning and e-learning is concerned, we have to go through by observing others, by training others, by learning through different e-learning platforms. Then what is your experience? I think most of the faculty member and students, they are take part in this webinar. Everyone have to know that present situations in COVID scenario, old teaching textbook, traditional teaching is now replaced with mobile teaching and virtual learning based. This is a problem of present situations. Then importance of self-directed learning, which this is already discussed. It is dependent and interest have to develop, then involved students, then direct self-directed learning is started. So it is basically independent based learning, develop cognitive and psychomotor and affective domains in self-directed learning. Drawback of stress behind these present situations, as everybody knows that WHO and UNICEF and ICMR also have shows big issues in stress among students and faculty. So we have to work or motivate our students to cope up with this stress. Involve self-directed learning is, although it is time-consuming process, it need to organize manner of planning, acquiring skills, decision-making, self-evolutions of work. So our aim should be we have to have some activities for stress management of a student also. Then applications of self-directed learning for individual projects, we can, as Madam or all other speakers telling, that individual projects we have to involve our students by Google, the individual projects by Google platforms for group learning also, and we also shares problem-based learning and MCQs with using the simple Google Forms, Google applications, and some certain COVID cases and case-based studies we also shared with our faculty and our students also, and involving media for discussions on different cases related with COVID also. Another important point is that is most of the I think participants, they know about the Telegram. So as far as this Telegram and WhatsApp is concerned, some important feature of Telegram is basically Telegram is cloud-based instant messaging system, which has not in WhatsApp. WhatsApp we have to block media. If suppose we do not want to download any image or any message of WhatsApp, then we have to go on media and we have to block that. This in Telegram, it is cloud-based. This is no downloading occurs automatically in mobile. Then it is voice over IP services. It is available in Android and all applications, and even in laptop also it is available in micro word phones and Windows also. User can send message, exchange photos, videos, stickers, audio files, and any type, any size, even bigger size also can share. And the important point of Telegram is suppose you have to join in 1 or 2 years later Telegram. So previous messages you can also see in Telegram of any group, or you can make groups. You can make some question forming application is also there. Another important thing is about madam also discuss about Facebook. So we have to rationale about the using of Facebook for virtual academic activities or self-directed learning. We have to create different groups like MCQ or a chapter based group you can create, or your project, if you are any project, then you can create a group that is on project based group also. Then some important links, which is If suppose you are interested to learn how we are using Google Meet, how we can call free conference calling, how we can use technical problems in Zoom meetings, other online applications, how we can reduce video file size, and how we can convert video files into audio files, how we can edit audio files also, and how we can add audio in our presentations, and how we can make video of our presentations. All these links which are available in YouTube also, and I will also share in last of my lectures how we can use different apps and different applications to just improve our presentation. Then everybody knows Google Form for teaching and research. We are also using most of the project. We are try to involve our students for group learning, for survey conductions. This is included in Google Drives, Google Classrooms, Google Docs file, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. Everyone, I think, familiar with all these different Google applications. Then this is our one of the project of our student, which is Google form based. We can conduct knowledge attitude on coronavirus, which is also published. This is work done by our students in, of our department. This type of work can done using by Google Forms by all our students. We can motivate our students to learn Google Forms and involve these activities. One, we developed several applications which is paperless activities in prophylaxis of hydroxychloroquine, even for pharmacovigilance of COVID patients. For prophylaxis, we are using hydroxychloroquine. About 6,000 or more than 6,000 healthcare workers in our institute have distributed about 45,000 tablets of hydroxychloroquine, and we have good results. So we are going to publish this data also, this paperless activities. We also develop paperless activities by different Google using different tools for rapid response team, which is involved in management of COVID patients. And we also involved and all different hospitals, healthcare workers. We also provide this paperless Google form work to just collect data of COVID patients. These are the certain applications to make easy PDF easy. You can convert PDF file to Word file, PDF to PowerPoint, and PDF to different applications, Word to PDF. So this is already, I think, discussed in previous lectures. This type of applications, how to make we convert PDF to Word file. This Moodle, which is very popular learning management system, which used for examination. So start creating your online learning sites in minutes. So most of the college using this tool for teaching, learning, and assessment. These are the online activities in present situations by different colleges in in Rajasthan or even India. So all these online activities by conducting of webinars or virtual activities or involving the media, social media or print media, just to cope up with stress, just to create awareness amongst patient, doctors, and healthcare workers, how we can manage COVID and COVID-like situations. We also developed with Manchester University and UCLA this psychosocial support system. We have consultant from Manchester University, Dr. Vimal, and consultant from UCLA, Dr. Anil, involved with, we are developing global psychosocial support system. This type of system is required for present situations because of lot of stress related with COVID and non-COVID patients and healthcare workers, those involved in patient care. Certain websites, as everybody knows, which is evidence-based websites, PubMed, and but the WHO website and CDSO, ICMR, clinical trial registration sites. All these websites, I think most of our familiar. We have using clinical trial registry website. We are using ICMR sites to know about latest guidelines and update about is we have to know our government of India and government of Rajasthan or your state government websites to just know how what is the position of COVID and what about the treatment or about any new guidelines. So these are some of the websites which we can use for self-directed learning and for evidence-based medicine. These are the certain e-learning presentations tools which is everyone knows: YouTube, Crazy, which is then SlideShares, AuthorStream, Dropbox, then blogs, author stream, and medical games creations websites, and WhatsApp and Telegrams. These are the certain e-learning platform most of us, I think, know, and they are very easy. If suppose any issues, then you can go on these sites, just try to learn. It is also very simple. These are the important link for e-messaging, SlideShares, Crazy, Dropbox, WebEx, Buzz for Health. These are the websites just for increased collaborative learning, just to our improve of self-directed learning. The whole self-directed learning, do not strain your brain, just train your brain. We are basically lifelong learners. We should be involved in uh, lifelong. We have to learn either of e-learning. These are certain tools of webinars, as already discussed. Cisco WebEx we are using, go to webinar, the upcoming some webinar platforms, as it is already discussed in Zuhu, free conference calling, free webinar. Most of these applications, they are freely available during COVID, and hope these activities may be available next few months. This Microsoft team, which is already discussed, Dr. Monica is also tell about. This is best online courses is also LinkedIn Learning, different courses, which is I think already discussed these courses, Cloud Academy and Go Skills. Then traditional and flipped classrooms, we have to uh, involve our students. So flipped classroom, this is a new concept. Our students must be involved in flipped classroom. This is a requirement of present scenario. And we also have take part in motivates students and public through me by using, and to just use have to support organ donations. And we have a center of organ donations like Soto office, which we take support of our alumni. We have take our support of publics, media persons for promotion of organ donations, because recently we have conducted heart transplantation, two heart transplantation. And this is when this corona started, I was involved in emergency as a care for sample collections, for monitoring of. So we have initially we have only there is no facility of COVID test, RT-PCR facility. Then we started 70 samples. Nowadays in our state we have 40,000 samples per day, and now in our institute we are handling 4,000 sample of RT-PCRs. We are in good situations as far as Rajasthan is concerned. Hope all things goes well, and this is all about e-learning. I try to share some important links, which is uh, which is related with this self-directed learning. That is, the, these are the basically different website, and I I want to share my laptop screen. Hope you will get. So this is, everybody knows, this is our WhatsApp. We can open WhatsApp in our laptop, and as everyone knows, this WhatsApp, we can create groups, we can also create broadcast. All these activities, presently we are using this WhatsApp for teaching, learning, and assessment purposes. And another application which already is discussed, that is Facebook. We can also make Facebook group, and we have developed COVID center information. We have certain groups. I want to show some important uh, groups, like which groups we can create. Like you have to have group for MCQ sharing. You have a group like suppose you want to take part in organ donation awareness, then you can have group of join organ donation sharing. You can go on different settings, create groups, and then discussion. You can invite members. Then other if you have working in some projects, then you have to create a group and using Facebook for this purposes. We present situations as per UNICEF and WHO advice for stress management. Also, you have to work for stress management of your COVID patients, their family members. We also have group of poison information centers. Then we have group for artificial intelligence in pharmacovigilance. We are working on that in our institute. Then group of virtual learning, then media persons. We are also developing medical secrets for pre-PG, MD, MS students. Then we have a group for psychosocial support system development. Then we have group of rational use of medicine for safe use of medicine. This is all group. Then other groups are there, social groups. So this is all about some platforms, and we can use and these platforms, and hope everyone like these presentations. I want to share some more informations, like and we can also open Telegram also in laptop, in and laptop. And this is Telegram. We can also create one important application, that is YouTube. We can create our account, create in our account. We can create our channel, and you can share your presentation. I'm just playing one presentation, that is of I have prepared for our Corona Warriors. This video, which is very popular in our institute, and so this is this is all about. You can create your this uh, YouTube. Also you can involve your student to just uh, you also use author streams and other applications, author stream, slide shares. That is, everybody knows these applications. So thank you very much, Narayana, and organizers. We have You are giving me opportunities to share our institutional activities, and what we are virtual activities we are doing, and what e-learning activities we have learned. Because Narayana and I was very long back with us. We are training pharmacogenomic almost, I think, 10 or 15 years back. We involved in pharmacogenomic training in Jetmar, Pondicherry. Later on, we developed some projects also, genomics, and now we are conducting e-learning activities. Hope we have done a good job. Thank you very much, Narana and organizers, and thank you, Dr. Monica, for your involvement in e-learning activities, giving us time. Even is he is very in crucial conditions, and fighting with some big illness. That is great. She is very great. Thank you very much, Narayana.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir,
Raj.
for thank you, sir, for throwing light on improving self-direct learning through technology and also taking us through various links and various sites where you can self-direct learning can happen. And I also thank Dr. Monica Jain Medi for enlightening us about e-learning and also for her in-depth presentation in online learning activities. Over to Dr. Narayan, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ramya. Thanks a lot, Dr. Lokendra, for and Dr. Monica Madam for coming in and sharing their experience and things like that. Anyhow, we met. That's what Dr. Lokendra is remembering me meeting sometime. But I keep telling, I'm 18 till I die. So maybe you have met my alter ego. So you've not met me. So,
Okay.
so thanks a lot for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we'll try to do some demos because one is Dr. Sri Kumari. I think today she is there. Dr. Sri Kumari. She was asking because they have a Juice Suite account in their institute. Madam was asking whether we can do breakout sessions. So we'll try to do. Madam is there today. Okay. Anyhow, we'll work out with that. First, we will do some breakout sessions in the Google Meet, and I will show you on the screen how it can you can simplistically make a breakout rooms in Google Meet, and later on we will go to Zoom also, like how we conducted theory exams, MCQ exams, also even OSPE exams through a Zoom monitored proctored examination system. So we'll try to share that once again.
Narayana, if you permit, I can give demo of how we can use our mobile apps for modification of your presentation, video modification, audio modification, and how we can download videos from Facebook on any other sites and how we can modify that video. So if you permit or if you required or someone participants interested, and I can give a demo of through mobile.
You can do it, sir. Like yeah, you can take 5 to 10 minutes and finish it. So then later on we'll show the demo. No issues.
Okay. I will try through my mobile for this. Hope
you can share
I'm able to. You can carry on, Dr. Narayana. I will try to connect with mobile. If I am able, then I will let you know. You can carry on, Narayana. You can carry on.
Okay. So okay, then we'll start doing that session. Once again, I'll just. No, you can stop sharing the. Lokendra, you want to finish it?
If you permit, I can share my screen of mobile.
Yeah, you can finish it. Like other.
Okay. In 1 minute I can finish it. So
yeah, you can do it.
I want to share my different mobile applications which can be used for teaching academic and just to I'm sharing my. Hopefully my mobile is there. So basically one of application is Telegram. So in Telegram applications we can create group and different channels through this Telegrams, and we can also create group also, which is superior than WhatsApp, I can say, and it is future of you can say it can replace WhatsApp because of, and it is more academically it can be used. One application. Another application I want to share is that is of UCut video editor. You can use this application. You just plus new project and you can add different videos. Suppose you add 3-4 videos, then click on it, then you create this video and you can edit, you can add music, background music, then you can add text also by using this, and this is applications. Another applications you can use, that is of screen recorder, easy video recorder or screen recorders. These are the applications. If suppose you give some presentation, you want to record this, and you can put background music also. This is audio editor also, which can use, if suppose you have presentation which you have not proper wise, then you can add your background video and edit also. And another important, you can make photo collage and video collage of your presentation. If suppose you want to share with your students, you can make photo and video collage by using these applications. PhotoGrid. These are the different apps which you can use, and video to MP3 converters you can use. And another application, that is Videoder. This is Videoder. This Videoder you can use to even download your any Facebook file or any file of YouTube. You can download that file, and you can convert this file to audio also. Suppose I want to download this files, to just uh, download this, and downloading this link is generated. That link is audio link or video link. You can select audio, video link, any type of link, and you can download. So this is few applications which are important. Thank you very much, Narayana. And
Yeah, yeah.
I think I stop sharing my uh, this also. Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. If you permit, Narayana, I can log out. If you permit,
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Thank you
You
very
want?
much.
No, there will be a question answer session.
I can attend question and session. If any question I can reply, I can wait
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
4 5.
yeah. You can, yeah, you can
Or
be on the.
and at what time question and answer session I can rejoin after, because
Yeah,
I'm
that
driving in next 5 to 10 minutes. I have to go for college for driving.
yeah, 10-15 minutes.
10 15 after 10 15 minutes I can join.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Narayana. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So this will just show you, for example, like this is a simple way as far as handling. It's like you want to show, like conduct the examination, proctored examination in a format which is similar to Zoom, where you have breakout rooms. So similar to that, you can start up some 3-4 Google Meets together. So this is a simple format. And also you can also in a G, if you have G Suite account, actually what you can do is the whole classroom can be, for example, you have 100 students, you can divide them into 20, 20, 20. So there will be 20, 20 means there will be five batches. So it can make it as a, for example, MBBS first batch, MBBS second batch, third batch, MBBS first year, first batch, first year, second batch, first year, third batch, like that. You can divide them into 5. So around 20 students in one room, and make them into a Google this thing. So from there also you can share or do. So I'll just show you how we can do that from here. So this is simple. So once you click, go to the Google Meet, actually it will show something like this. Then we need to start the meeting. So I'll start the meeting there also. And there is a one second. So there is a mute button also. You can use this mute button so that all the meets will be muted. Whenever we want, we can. Otherwise, all the rooms will be hearing us. So it's an additional add-on features. We have to download that. So all the rooms are muted now. Now what I will do is, so this is a link. I have copied the link. And I will be sharing to the teachers. Can you share, see? Otherwise, what we'll do is, Ramya, you can hear me? Ramya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can note down the. You can note down this. Can you? This one you can note down.
Yes,
Ramya,
sir.
Ramya MP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please, Ramya MP, you use this.
Yes, sir. I've noted down.
And who is the examiner for you?
Ramya ma'am, sir. Ramya K.
You can tell her to use the same thing, same code, both of you.
Okay, sir.
Please enter this code. From Google Meet.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Are you able to enter both Ramya's? One will be acting as the examiner, one will be acting as a student.
Yes, sir. We are entering the login.
You have to get out of Zoom. Is there any issue? The second room, you can copy this. Second room, Shilpa madam. Shilpa. Shilpa can copy this. Shilpa along with you, who is the